I feel like some of you just do not know what children are supposed to act like because you beat your children into submission. So when you see a 7-year-old acting like a 7-year-old, you feel like something is wrong with them because you guys are still teaching your children to be seen and not heard. People saying Rumi looks like she has autism is so crazy to me because, again, like, what does that look like to you guys? But also, if she does, who cares?
Everyone knows by now that Beyoncé and Jay-Z have always been very private when it comes to their twins, Rumi and Sir Carter. They've done everything they can to protect their kids from the spotlight, no matter what people said. But recently, Beyoncé made a big move that surprised a lot of fans. She brought her daughter Rumi on stage during her Cowboy Carter tour performance. At first, the moment was beautiful and heartwarming, a mother proudly sharing the stage with her little girl. But sadly, that special moment didn't stay sweet for long. The internet reacted the way it always does, with judgment, assumptions, and harsh opinions. And that right there is a big reason why Beyoncé and Jay-Z have kept their children away from the public eye for so long. As soon as Rumi stepped onto the stage, people online started pointing out every little thing she did. Some even made bold claims about her health, throwing around medical guesses as if they were professionals. It quickly shifted from a sweet family moment to something uncomfortable and unnecessary. Beyoncé has always been protective of her children, and that isn't going to change. She's made it clear time and again that she will not tolerate strangers analyzing or trying to label her kids. Let's talk about how all this started. The Cowboy Carter tour has been a hot topic lately, and for several reasons. First, fans noticed that tickets were expensive. Some said the prices were too high, and others even wondered if Beyoncé should consider stepping back. There were even reports of empty seats at some shows. But despite all that, when the tour kicked off, Beyoncé gave a performance that reminded everyone why she's one of the best in the business. Love her or not, she always puts on a show. And this time, she made it a family celebration. Blue Ivy, her oldest daughter, returned to the stage with the confidence and presence of a pro. She danced beside her mother like she'd been doing it her whole life. But what really shocked the audience was when little Rumi came out during the performance of Protector. It was obvious she'd been around during rehearsals, but when the moment came, Rumi did her own thing. She happily waved to the crowd, then turned around and gave her mom a big, loving hug. Beyoncé, clearly moved, broke out of her performer role and hugged her daughter right back. It was such a pure, joyful moment. Blue came out again later, smiling brightly and waving proudly. You could tell she was excited and ready. It's safe to say she's been waiting for this moment for a while. While Blue was calm and professional, Rumi brought a fun, carefree energy that melted hearts. And honestly, that moment on stage with both daughters by her side must have meant the world to Beyoncé.
Well, first of all, I was crying like a baby. Gayle King and Oprah were there, and I mean, we were just in tears because it was so touching to see Beyoncé with her daughters because she's so protective of them.
Ever since Rumi Carter started making appearances during Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour, the reaction online has been intense and not in a good way. What should have been a sweet and joyful moment for a mother and daughter quickly turned into a flood of opinions and rumors. Instead of simply celebrating Rumi's presence, many began asking why Beyoncé hasn't shown any recent photos of her twin brother, Sir Carter. And sadly, it didn't stop there. People began picking apart Rumi's behavior on stage, rather than recognizing it for what it truly was, a 7-year-old child excited to share a special moment with her mom. Instead, they overanalyzed her movements, claiming they noticed certain gestures like hand flapping, and suggesting that she might be on the autism spectrum. And as those comments spread, some even started assuming that if Rumi behaves like this in public, then Sir must be worse, implying that Beyoncé is hiding him for that reason. Suddenly, everyone seemed to have something to say about Rumi, people who have never met her and know nothing about her life. Some even pointed to something Beyoncé mentioned in her Homecoming documentary on Netflix, where she opened up about the challenges she faced during her pregnancy with the twins. In that film, Beyoncé shared that her pregnancy had serious complications. She developed preeclampsia, a health condition that affects many women, especially Black mothers and those over 35. Her blood pressure became dangerously high, and there was damage to her kidneys and liver. She also revealed that one of the twins, Heartbeats stopped a few times, forcing her to undergo an emergency C-section. It was a traumatic and physically exhausting experience, one she said pushed her body and mind in ways she never imagined. Because of that difficult journey, Beyoncé and Jay-Z made the choice to raise Rumi and Sir away from the public eye. They wanted their children to have a peaceful, normal childhood without the pressure that comes from having world-famous parents. But even with all that care and privacy, people are still speculating about the twins' health and development without any facts to back it up. In the past, celebrities like Azealia Banks have even publicly criticized Beyoncé for not showing her son, accusing her of being ashamed. Kanye West also made insensitive comments that only added more hurtful noise to the conversation. And now, with Rumi finally stepping into the spotlight, the criticism has started all over again. What was supposed to be a tender, memorable moment for Beyoncé and Rumi has now been turned into something stressful and unfair. According to some sources, Beyoncé is deeply frustrated by how everything unfolded and may even regret letting Rumi join her on stage. It's heartbreaking, but not surprising. This isn't the first time something like this has happened to her family. Years ago, when Blue Ivy was around the same age, she too faced unnecessary criticism. People made comments about her hair, her looks, and other things that no child
Give it up for Rumi, y'all.
should ever have to hear. And now, the same is happening to Rumi. Interestingly, fans have noticed a difference in Rumi's stage presence since the first few performances. During her earlier appearances, she was bubbly and full of energy. But by day 4 of the tour, she seemed more calm, composed, and focused. People online joke that Blue Ivy probably gave her a little big sister talk backstage, reminding her who their parents are and telling her to carry herself like a pro. At the end of the day, these are just kids, innocent, joyful, and full of love. They deserve kindness.
But the waves, everything, the energy is gone. Y'all, we can't never have nothing. I want the old Rumi back, period. I want the old Rumi back. Why y'all doing too much, all these think pieces, all y'all opinions and shit? Now she gotta come out there and be well behaved. Girl, Rumi said, if I can't come out here being myself, speaking to my fans, I'm not doing a dance. I'm just gonna stand here. My girl's so sarcastic though. Y'all seen that little wave when she was like, I know what y'all want, but I can't do it. I'm in trouble. They said I gotta do it right, or this gonna be my last stage presence. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let that little girl be a little girl.
Not criticism. Beyoncé brought her daughter on stage to share something beautiful with the world, and sadly, some people chose to respond with judgment instead of joy.
And if Beyonce's daughter, Rumi, is autistic, so what? The world keeps spinning. She looks like a happy child, well taken care of.